Hey, Faker Battlecat here. Thanks for joining us. We finally got him, Attlus the Conqueror 2. We just got him in the mail, and I can't wait to open him up. As you can see, we've got a few of the OG Kickstarter Attlus the Conqueror, as well as the All-Star Conqueror right here. We're just going to do a quick rundown of this box, and I'm going to break them open right here in front of you guys so you guys can see what's going on. This is the first time I'm seeing it while you're seeing it. So, in the box, the guy looks amazing. Amazing. You can see the head sculpt's a little bit different. He definitely has a little bit more of a chinny chin. That barbarian kind of gladiator helmet looks awesome. Got a new kind of a paint app. You've got some soft goods in there. And then as far as the box is concerned, beautiful. Once again, his bio is going to be a little different. I'm not going to bore you with it, but last time he was talking about it was going to be Atlus's brother. He left. He's part of the crew. And once again, check this out, okay? I know we're going to take a little bit of time and break down his weapons, but that's the first thing out of the box, okay? We can see the pauldrons. We can see the hands. Wow, different gripping hands, and the axe is just out of this world. Out of this world, I say. So here's what I'm going to do while I'm unplugging this. I want you to see if there's a difference between the two Attlus, the two guys that previous owned the top shelf of my collection. I think it's obvious that he is an epic version of, you know, Adamson, and sorry about the... But what we're looking for is, what is the difference and how are we looking at these guys? Wow, look at that breakout. So cool, so awesome. And once again, the first thing we're going to do is let's check out the face. Okay. Always has a scar right on that right eye. And then once again, that pupil looks really good. Texture as far as the beard, top knot is next to none. If you guys have loved Adamson and all of these guys, Hank Gasperson on Cabal has a multitude of Anti-Eternia. He's got He-Man. He's got Slime Pit he just added. He's got Faker. And once again, that is the coolness of this man bun kind of look. I know not a lot of people can pull this off, but damn, this is looking good. This is looking good. And this is only the top version, or the top level of this, okay? What's new about this is he's got the belts. I mean, we've got the standard one loop belt on the Atluses previously, but the homage is going to be that armored left arm, okay? We got that going. Looks so cool. We've got the green skull. And be aware, these points are pretty sharp all around. And then the gauntlet here on that right arm is just amazing. And once again, you've got that red jewel here. What's cool is these guys hang off so well, and they have the rings on them compared to the old ones that are just kind of fashioned on as a static piece. As you go around, you can see the pouches have texture. Okay, the soft goods look perfect underneath. And once again, let's get this scabbard off. Oh, geez. So here's the trick, guys. Here is the trick. I was about to just yank this guy off. That scabbard is actually attached to a metal ring right there. You see that? So don't be just yanking that guy off. There's a reason why they have it here. We've got to be patient. I'm telling you guys first so we don't get into too much trouble, okay? And once again, we're going to just undo the package here. And this should slide up and slide off pretty easily, just like that. You see that? So don't just yank that thing off. That is attached. Okay, so warning number one here. Warning number one. All right, so the purple is a cool look, right? I've never seen a purple on the other ones. And then down to the feet, and then we'll just do side-by-side comparisons. Down to the feet, what's nice about this is the much wanted boots on the left foot is, oh man, so cool. And once again, just be careful about those fingers, man. They are right there. And then this guy is like our orc boot that just came out with a little bit of a different lioness mark, just kind of like his old school family used to have. So all in all, this is quite amazing. So let me go ahead and put them up. I'll spin them around, grab all the stuff off. Thank you for watching our live here. And once again, like and subscribe for more Mythic stuff. And let me zoom in, get him all on here. Once again, I'm just writing this without edits so that I can get this on and just kind of show you guys off to this new figure. He is so effing cool. There we go. There we go. Let's zoom him up. Let's get his... Wow. So let's just do a rotational move here. Check him out. Tell me what you think. What do you see that's different? What do you think that stands out? I think for me, the first thing that's going to stand out is going to be your gladiator helmet. I mean, that is not, this is completely new, right? We love our gladiator helmets from the old line, but this new version of stuff, you really have the paint apps. You've got the noble bear on top. We'll switch that out. We'll see how that goes. Okay, we'll zoom out a little bit more. Let's see a full body look here. And once again, what we're looking at next is we're gonna grab that big old Spartan sword. Okay, so that fits right into that scabbard holder that we're looking at. You can see a little bit of paint. You get that off with the adhesive remover. And once again, that, wow, that sword by itself, if you don't know that's what it's at. All right, we've got a long sword, pretty standard piece. The other ones that we saw were just a black version. Pretty OG sword. Okay, so let's compare here. It just got a gold Noble Bear kind of paint app. So once again, I grabbed this from All-Star Attlus. Okay. Handles are the ones that are a little bit different. I love that style. You know, I'm going to take what's given. There's not really any critique here. Once again, the axes is going to be our big change. We went from the old school axes of the Kickstarter series with the 3-piece and the jewels to this huge monstrosity of a battle axe that will go perfect on any Masters of the Universe collection. So look at that blue jewel that's right there. Okay, I'll spin them around real quick. Let me get my hand out of the way. So you can see the etchings that are in there. So very cool. This is kind of very nostalgic from the old school stuff. And then the tip. Let's see if we can get this. That tip is pretty cool. I could do some damage as well. Good. So let's compare, once again, All-Star Gold You know, what would be nice is, I hate to say it, that lime green tip is really what always reminds me that that's an Attlus axe. The extension, once again, is right there as well. I do have that other tip that is there. It must have dropped off. There he is. Man, I haven't taken these guys out of the closet forever. So I'm so glad this new Attlus the Conqueror 2 came out. Great side-by-side. Thank you, Four Horsemen, for the upgrade. It is fantastic. Once again, I'm gonna have trouble keeping that jewel on. And once again, what else? We're looking at the pauldrons is what we're doing next. And the pauldrons here is really out of this world. Look at this noble bear. Okay, you've got this leather kind of look. That's new. I don't think I've ever seen a pauldron like this. Maybe a new orc pauldron, but maybe a different design. But wow, look at that. Look at that. That looks beautiful. That looks real awesome. And once again, to add that onto this guy, we probably need to heat it up, but let's take a chance, man. We're doing this live. This goes on the battle arm here. And once again, that slips right in. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Let's get a little better lighting here. See the details. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That is great. So that's the main stuff. You've got a little dagger that's on here. I'm not gonna pull out, but I'm gonna show you. You've got all these extra hands. Very nice. You know, love for Four Horsemen to give us all this extra stuff. You see that? So all these extra hands that we've gotten. And then I'm not sure what that silver, that piece is. It looks like it's a spot that you can kind of change out the noble bear with. Once again, this open hand is super cool. And once again, these extra ones that have kind of more of a different look. And then we've got the baby dagger. Might as well pull them out. And once again, that blue jewel's super cool here. Once again, real quick. Very nice. It looks like a new scabbard. It's just a ton of stuff. So I think this new wave of Four Horsemen stuff, they're just not messing around as far as, so that little knob, that gold knob with the hands, that can be switched out with this bear right here. But let's keep the bear. So the first one we're going to do is side by side. Sorry, I probably should have did side by side a little earlier. Is going to be with the Kickstarter version. Okay. What's nice about this guy is, once again, we've got our classic one-hold belt that we have. And as you know, with the original one, we had the mismatch pauldrons, right? So they had this spiky pauldron on the left, this guy right here. Okay, my purple ore pauldron is what I call him. This goes on the right. No, left. And then once again, your standard knight one. So this is probably when he was in the army with his brother Attila. And once again, that goes on the left. Okay. Once again, that's your 1.0 version. Eye-wise, I think the killer is, you're going to make a difference here, is that the eyes are going to be lighter, I believe, compared to your Kickstarter version. So once again, this side-by-side look is quite amazing. Still, the scar is there. You can see that textured look. Pretty dark eyebrows. And then same with this blue hair tie that we have. That's pretty consistent as far as what we're looking at. The trick here is going to be your 1.0 Kickstarter figure. Sorry, I shouldn't call him 1.0. Has this belt that's there. You can see these skulls are very similar, right? And what we're looking at here is the difference between Kickstarter versus All-Star. Can you guys see? There's a little bit of a difference in, the green shade. So my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, comment, I always love comments down here, is that this is going to be All-Star because it's a little bit greener. This is going to be Kickstarter because it has more of a toned look. And then if you side-by-side comparison these guys, hopefully, and once again, I get these at Second Market. I haven't opened and dissected it until today. I've actually waited to do this maybe a little bit too long, but this is Kickstarter. I've got the paint app right here, okay, which is that bronze paint app. On the All-Star, I'm not seeing that, okay? I hope that's consistent. Same gauntlet that we're looking at. The colors in the red are going to be a little bit different. On the left, which is Kickstarter, is a little bit brighter than your All-Star, okay? Standard muscular body, and then once again, back of the legs, what we're looking at here, you can see the difference, okay? A little bit shinier with your All-Star compared to your Kickstarter, okay? A little bit more of a dull look. This is more of a different sheen. And on the side, same thing. This is consistent. There seems to be more of a shiny gloss matte here compared to this guy right here. Same head sculpt. Once again, it really just depends on how everybody applies that paint. Hair looks the same. Seems like a little bit more dark wash on the All-Star version. And then the one that I'm gonna tell you here that I would see is that there's a little bit more shininess in the OG's Kickstarter's eye. The one eyeball actually looks a little bit more green, I would say, compared to this guy right here. A little bit more brown. Okay, so that's just a slight detail. Once again, it's going to be different between each head if you have multiple Attlus heads. But once again, missing eye, both have brown. And once again, the tans are a little bit different, like just a shade darker on the All-Stars. Okay, so once again, let's go. We'll probably put them back on the spinner so you can check them out. But once again, this is what we're looking at. Not everybody has this available to check out. We're all three. I know this video is running long, but dude, we've got All-Star on the right, okay? We've got Attlus the Conqueror 2 in the middle. That's nice figure. And then once again, we're having this OG Kickstarter on your left, okay? So once again, you tell me what you guys feel is the best figure. If you haven't gotten them, they are skyrocketing on the aftermarket. Go to your Cabal, check out to see who has it on Facebook. Make friends with the new people. There's new stuff coming out all the time. And once again, I know, you know, with controversies where we're talking about, you know, licensing and stuff like that, Four Horsemen has always been the one. And once again, if we're looking at these things, I know there was a little controversy last night. Let's go ahead and put Attlus here. We're gonna center him. And then we are gonna do, this is OG, so OG goes right there. And then your Kickstarter is gonna be right here. And let's spin them for the last couple of minutes or so you guys can check this out. And then just see what you think. Figure Battle Cat has them. You guys are doing a great job here, watching the videos, smashing the like, and let's, and once again, Don't forget that little tag on that new sheath and sword. We don't want to get you in trouble by pulling that off of the link. I'm sure people have been doing that. Once again, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for watching the comparison. This is 2 years in the making, but whew, wow, what a beautiful figure, man. So once again, All-Star, Kickstarter, and Attlus the Conqueror 2. They're both, all three of them are amazing figures. The intricacies and the new stuff on the Attlus 2 are just quite amazing. Once again, feet will go, you know, everybody likes their feet. So let's go ahead and do that for a little bit. Once again, don't sleep on that, that gladiator helmet. I think people are going to go nuts about that. And once again, it doesn't matter who you guys are clanned with. Noble Bear Clan is dominating the scene. And if you don't think so, I forgot one piece here. We're talking about real, genuine polyester looking fur that we have, okay? So once again, that's clipped off on the pauldron holes. We totally forgot to put that on. And once again, once you get that on, which is not the way I just put it on, that brings a whole different look, where all of a sudden we've got real bear canvas on, okay? And as a gentleman, Attlus is always nice enough to give this to a lovely lady to cover up. So once again, we will do that on the next video. Hate to be controversial here. Okay, guys, thank you for watching Attlus the Conqueror 2. Amazing figure. I opened it while you guys were watching. This is real life reaction. And once again, comparing him to his brothers in arms worked out really well. You can see kind of the side-by-side in the rotation. Smash the like, please. I'd love to get more figures so I can do more stuff and reviews. I hope you guys love it. Faker Battle Cat out.